Nowadays, when you think of Forsaken, do you think of, oh, that one horror ASIM on Roblox? Or do you think of, oh, that one game with the weird community and it has like 1,000 skins? If you ask me, it would probably be the latter. Now, if you're not new to the Forsaken community, then you would know the reason for this is because of the overall lack of just horror atmosphere in the game. When playing Forsaken, the last thing that you'll remember it for is being a horror game. Now, you can find loads of videos online going over how Forsaken has just lost its identity over the around year that it's been out, but this video I have on screen in particular, I feel like does a very good job at that. In this video by Evan, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, EV_N, he basically goes over how Forsaken has been split into 4 eras during its course, starting with the horror into the classic era, but then eventually it reached the overwritten era where it started to get overwritten with a lot of skins and music and things like that. And then eventually you reach the era that we're in right now called the overstimulation era. He basically says how we're currently in an era where Forsaken is filled with a bunch of reference skins that have nothing to do with old Roblox media. And with the addition of the newly added killer Nosferatu, these things just completely contradict what Forsaken was going for at first, the retro horror style. It was an amazing video and he really explained the identity of Forsaken currently very well. Link will be in the description for those who want to check it out. But now that we all understand the state that Forsaken is currently in, I wanted to talk about in this video why I think the direction that Forsaken is headed in actually might not be all too bad. Now, the reason I say this all derivates from one simple thing, and that's that Forsaken sacrifices its horror for banger music. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, can't you have banger music in your game but also be a scary game also? Now, to that I say you'd be correct. And Forsaken does do that right sometimes, but Forsaken just has those certain chase themes that are just not even trying to be scary and just genuinely want to be good songs. Like, there's just genuinely no way I'm gonna be scared when listening to something like this. Like, no, I'm straight bobbing my head when I hear this. I'm running into the killer so that I can listen to this banger theme. It's so good, it's just not scary. And this goes for a lot of chase teams in Forsaken. They know that they're not scary and they don't even try to be. And this leads me into my main point of the video. Forsaken isn't even a horror ASIM at this point. It's trying to build an identity different from horror ASIMs. At this point, it's just a Roblox ASIM game with a killer. And I feel as if the devs of the game already know this. They know that their game benefits way more from the skins, the references, and the collabs that they have instead of trying to appeal to a horror audience. Now, this doesn't go for everyone, but I feel as if my point is backed up by the fact that a lot of the fandom eats up the music and skins despite some of them wanting it to be a scary game. A lot of the kids and people who play this game don't even care about the atmosphere staying as a horror game. They just care about their milestone skin coming out and having a banger OST and looking good. There's a reason why the Noli milestone skins have so much hype around them. It's because the game focuses more on skins and the music than the actual game even being scary. And if you ask me, this isn't a bad thing at all. I think the game is much better going for this path where they have very high quality collabs and skins and very good music instead of being a scary game. There's very little other games on Roblox that does collabs as good as Forsaken does them. Forsaken's newest collabs like the Rabbits one, Tower Defense one, and the Flood Escape one were very high quality and led to very amazing skins being added into Forsaken. The Tedious event caused narrator Noli to come into Forsaken, which was an amazing skin with amazing high quality chase theme and really good lore. And I don't think they should stop doing things like that just to go for more of a horror approach. And this leads me to my next point about how in order to make the game truly scary again, they would have to remove so much hard work. So many chase themes and skins would have to be revised or just outright removed out of the game to actually have it be scary again. Currently in Forsaken, you can get chased by 2 killer variants of Miku while some of the survivors cosplay as a rabbit skin. This isn't scary and doesn't sound scary in the slightest, but it's what makes Forsaken Forsaken. Forsaken was built upon the community, the lore, and the skins and the music, not the fact that it was a horror game. Now this may be a bit contradicting for them because the game is marked to have fear in it, but then again, to the left of it, you can see that it's marked for ages 5+, so there's that. And this leads me to my last point in the video, is that the game was never really scary in the first place. Now, before you jump into the comments to say how at one point Forsaken genuinely did have a horror vibe to it, I do understand that when the game first came out, it did have a darker tone and just overall more darker lighting back then. But other than that, it's not much different than what it is today. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in terms of being scarier, the darker lighting it had back when it first came out was pretty much it. Unless you want to include the different last man standing theme it had back then, which I will say was a little bit more darker and slow paced, but I wouldn't say it's scary. Now I will say something that Forsaken definitely has been doing wrong as of lately is that they are drifting away from the retro vibe that they originally went for. And that started with the addition of the killer Nosferatu. He just completely contradicts what the other killers had going on lore-wise, because up until Nosferatu, every killer, you were able to trace them back to old Roblox media or old Roblox horror media. But Nosferatu is kind of just there. But besides that, I do think that Forsaken is decently healthy right now, and that they could very capitalize on the direction that they're heading in. If they want to be that ASIM that has fire collabs, fire music, and just very good high quality skins, then they can be that. And they should be that without having to worry about how they can make their game scary again. Because if you ask me, it's already too late. But at this point, I'm just yapping. I do want to know what you guys think about this video down in the comments, so make sure to let me know. And let me know also if you guys think Forsaken is in a healthy state right now. But with that being said, that's enough for me. I'll see you boys and girls in the next video.
Don't be afraid to catch feels. Don't be afraid to catch feels. Right drop top and chase thrills. Right drop top and chase thrills. I know you ain't afraid to pop pills. I know you ain't afraid to pop pills. Baby, I know you ain't scared to catch feels.